at like 5:25. I always jump in early, and
Ah,
it like within the first minute, my face froze, and I was like, "Fuck, man," like
already?
I'm trying to figure out a different way to do this so I'm not on my phone. Like if I can use like a webcam or something, and it doesn't seem. It seems like YouTube, when you go live together like this with somebody, they want you to use like a device like this. And
Ah,
I turn off all my. I go on sleep mode so people can't call me, and I do all this stuff trying to eliminate any issues I might have. And for some reason, every episode I have an issue.
right. Hold on one second. Let me. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Airplane mode because I guarantee you, my kid, because I'm gonna have to pick her up from cheer right after this, and she's gonna be
yeah.
like blowing me up right before, and it's gonna start going crazy. So
Yeah, so I don't like. I was worried if I put on airplane mode, will I still get Wi-Fi? But then I'm going to get Wi-Fi phone calls anyway. So it's like
uh,
I don't know how to solve this. I think maybe I need to switch over to maybe doing it off my iPad, maybe, and that might help.
there you go.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see. Or I'm still playing. I like the YouTube side of it, but maybe we'll even switch over to Discord or something. I don't know. The
Gotcha.
problem is like not everybody has Discord. I don't even have Discord. I started downloading it today.
I don't know what
And
it is.
yeah, some kind of. I know my kid uses it for video game shit, so I think it's something that you can do like a video type chat. I don't know, fucking know, really, be honest.
Right on.
But well, we're here now. We got some people that joined in. So how you doing, sir?
Good in yourself.
Oh,
Good,
good
good.
man. It's been one of those days of nonstop running around. I feel like I was in a car for like 9 hours.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, I've been.
anodizer, Cerakoter, polisher. Every place that you could possibly imagine, I had to go to today. So
Yeah.
fun
Do
stuff.
you have a big crew?
Yeah, I mean, I'm big, but you're looking at it.
So you're a solo guy?
Yep, yep.
Gotcha.
We used
Yeah.
we used to have more people, but everything kind of slowed down about a year ago for us, and so it just kind of got dwindled around, or I guess dwindled out, and it's just me now, trying to get back up to where we have some more people. But for now, it's me handling everything, which is good and bad.
So are you just a parts supplier and a parts manufacturer now?
Correct. Yeah, yeah. That's
No,
all we
no
ever really
builds.
were.
No.
I still do builds. I have a couple going on below. So my this studio is actually up on a mezzanine. So
Yeah.
below us, which is why you can see the top of the ladder there. But below us is where my bikes are, like the lifts are. So
Gotcha.
I have like 3 or 4 builds. I'm getting ready to start. None of them are super crazy, but gonna be fun nonetheless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm really trying to get back into playing with bikes more again. It's just time, right? Time is not on my side.
I don't think it's on anybody's side these days.
Yeah, so it feels like every day I just have less and less. So between when I bought my CNC machine, I had to teach myself how to do it. So it's learning all that stuff, and it's kind of an addiction now. And it's I have like a rigid chopper I've been working on for 4 fucking years, but I haven't touched it in 3. So it's like stuff like that. It's like I really want to get back to it. I have multiple FXR projects of my own and things like that, and then I have some stuff here that I'm getting ready to start for some customers. But
Nice.
it's just I'm going to end up bringing one of my old employees back in for some part-time work to help me with some of the bikes.
Cool. Very
So,
cool.
yeah, it's just kind of finding ways to get it all done again.
Yep.
Yep. So I mean, you're just a one man guy, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah.
Been this
And so,
way for. See, I've been in this location like 6 or 7 years, and then 4 prior to that at a different location, just under the Garley's Garage banner.
yeah. And so, what
Yeah.
got you started into doing motorcycles like this?
My fucking dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say that as a bad thing.
Dude, it is a bad thing. Like I can't enjoy them because I'm too busy building for everybody else. So it kind of
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. It is weird in that sense, right? When you're always like, I got into doing this because of my love for motorcycles, and sometimes this can suck that love right the fuck out of you.
Yep.
Like so it's I've been trying to actually in the last 2, or I guess last year I didn't barely ride motorcycles last year. This year I have ridden a little bit, and I'm trying to ride more. But it's just again time. Like I'm going to ride this Saturday. I'm going to go out to the Biltwell 100 on a Pan America, so that's exciting because
Oh
I
yeah.
want to. I just got a Pan America from J&L Harley Davidson to play with, and I haven't really. I've only done maybe 100 miles on it, so that trip will be 400 miles or something.
Right.
It's gonna and it kind of actually and some open roads to actually feel. I mean, those fuckers are fast, man.
I heard
It's
they
gonna be.
were.
Yeah, I was quite surprised. I put it in sport mode for like 4 minutes, and I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna go back to the till I get a little more till I get a little comfortable. The bike positioning is a lot different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, very fun, very fun. But
You know Danger Dan, right?
not super well, but yes, I've had some conversations with him and stuff. Yeah.
When those things first came out and he just got the brand new paint job, did you see that video that kind of went viral when he just fucking just
You
like
know what? I must have missed that one, but
he
that's funny.
fucking yard sale that bitch like right like it was the bikes were pretty new and I can't remember who painted it for him, but he was at some place, he's on a dirt road and he just grabs a handful of throttle and it takes off and it just like right off the side of the road and just dirt. It just,
Oh yeah.
oh,
It's Eduardo said they can barely hear you. If you could get closer to your microphone or
oh,
phone, I
me.
guess. Yeah,
Sorry.
that's fine. I have
Sorry,
headphones
peeps.
in, so I can hear you actually pretty good. But
Oh,
and
okay. Yeah, I have AirPods, but sometimes they connect, most times they don't. So
yeah,
I'm
this is
not
the
spending any.
first time I've ever done the AirPods. I was trying to see how it would work with this. I've seen some other people do it, but um, Eduardo, can you hear him better now?
Is it better? Girl, get
Is it
closer to your
Eduardo?
mic. Really hear
Eduardo? Eduardo!
you.
So your dad, you grew up with your dad building motorcycles?
So no, actually, my dad was so I don't know. You asked me like where I was from. So I was born in Oxnard.
Okay.
We left there when I was like 5 or 6. We moved to
Y-
Las Cruces, New Mexico. Sure,
Yep.
everybody's passed through it from East
Yep.
Coast
Yep.
to
Yep.
West Coast. Um, and I was raised there. So it was that's where I was raised, and then I moved here August 1st of 2000, and
Oh, okay.
that's when I started in my dad's motorcycle shop, Tradition Cycle.
Wow.
So prior to that, my dad was a big motocross guy. So
Okay.
in the military, he was up and down the coast, mostly in the LA area. So like we lived in Oxnard, we lived in a lot of different places in California in the LA area.
Yep. Yep.
And so my dad raced all up and down. So he raced like Carlsbad.
Yep.
He raced shit, all the ones you've ever seen that McGrath and all those guys talk about, like all of
Yep.
that. So Hollister, my dad's raced Hollister before. I remember as a kid going in his garage and he'd have trophies that are still taller than I am today. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Wow.
wow,
Wow.
never talked about it, never bloated about nothing, gloated about it or anything. So
Yeah.
we had a pretty strong dirt bike background, and my brother was really into racing. And then I don't know, I just liked riding dirt bikes. It was fun. And then in New Mexico, it's different than here in Texas. In New Mexico, you open up your garage door and you just
Yeah.
ride. You just
Yep.
start riding.
Yep.
And we had a few tracks. Doniana had a track, and then oh, can't even think of the other track that we used to go to all the time. But we just rode, and then I got into lowriders and said, fuck the motorcycles. So I was a big time lowrider kid. My I had all kinds of stuff, but the big one was the pink one. I had a pink mini truck. It was a
Yep.
lowrider, front, back, side to side, double diamond Z rack, and had that shit. And then it got too nice, so I didn't want to drive it anywhere. So then I got a Honda Accord as a daily. And then next thing you know, that thing was candy purple, gold, everything, and hydros. And my dad's like, "You're just an idiot." He goes, "Why are you trying to be this lowrider guy driving these Japanese import fucking lowriders? Be a real man." So I sold both of them and I bought a 64 convertible Impala at 19 years old. And
There
so
you go.
started tearing that apart and then had a kid on the way. So
Oh
was
yeah.
that big fear of it's gonna be so expensive. Like you gotta sell everything. I'm like, oh shit. So I sell
Yeah.
everything, and
Yeah.
then 2 years later, I'm like, that was fucking stupid. Like they're not
Yeah.
that expensive,
Yeah. They're just
So
kids. You don't have to feed them very much.
no, here's a free titty. Like have
Yeah.
that for
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
year. Like you're
Yeah.
good.
Here's a Hostess cupcake. Go in the corner.
Exactly, exactly. So then after all that shit, I got back into dirt bikes a little bit and
Yep.
started doing freestyle motocross. And so like I would hit like all the little local little things just trying to make some money doing that. And so you make a
Yep.
few bucks. And then I was working at a like a Yamaha dealership for a while. Then my dad said, "No, you need to come out here. Harley's is where it's at." And I go, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, it's crazy out here." I was like, "All right, I'll come check it out." And then I came to Fort Worth, Texas, and he was like, "Holy shit!" Like bikes everywhere. Everywhere you
Yeah.
look, there's Harleys just, you know, and it's just like, holy
Yeah.
shit, you know. But my
Wow.
dad, so growing up as a kid in New Mexico, my dad was into horses, like rodeo, like he used to
Yep.
team up and stuff. He wasn't the full cowboy, like my uncle's a full blown cowboy. He's got an arena and everything. He's still in Las Cruces, but my dad was kind of cowboy for a while, and then he got rid of it, and all of a sudden these Harleys started showing up. Um,
Yeah. Got the
the
bug.
80, yeah, he rode Harleys and shit back in the day, but not really when I was a kid. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden they showed up because we had hot rods. He had a 34 Ford Coupe in the garage, and he had some like
Yep.
the 60 something. The last year, the metal front and rear bumper Stingray Corvette.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And
Yep. Yep.
I 60 something, 70 something, something like that.
Yeah.
So he had that stuff, and we've had trucks. You know, he had C10 that we didn't give two shits about. Now we'd probably be millionaires sell that damn thing. You
Right.
know the way the
Right.
prices are. But so he got out of that, and then he bought that 8080 shovel head, and then like I think I was 14 when he bought that, and started wrenching on it at the house, and so it like that one was Bertha Butt. It was 80
Yep.
80 80 inch 1980 80 cubic
Yep.
inch FL, and he had that. And he rode that for quite a while. He would leave Las Cruces and they went to Sturgis on it, and then they ran to
Wow.
California. They went to LA on it, and then all the way up the coast and back down on it, and with my stepmom, my mom, and then he bought a anniversary bagger. It's a Liberty edition, so it's got to be
Yep.
like 80s or 90s, early 90s,
Yeah.
late
Yeah.
80s.
Late 80s, if I'm not mistaken.
Late 80s, yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah.
then, but he's a fucking he's a wrench. My dad was a wrench, man, big
Yeah.
time. So he fucking built this motor in that thing, and then next thing you know, he's always calling me like, "Hey, I need you to get the trailer and come pick me up." And I'm 16, you know, like, "Well," so I go over there and blow out all the wire wheels like a motherfucker. So then all of his bikes had Fat Boy rear wheels
Gotcha.
because he used
Yep.
to rip the spokes out of them. Like I'd
Yeah.
never
Yeah. The
seen a
solid real
bagger do a
wheel.
wheelie until 1990. My dad did a big old fat wheelie in front of the house. I was like, "Holy shit, that's crazy," you know. And then he was ripping out the thing. So like him and my stepmom used to ride a lot, and
Yeah.
but he was an insurance adjuster, so he just come home, work on the bikes, and then they'd leave, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
so I knew about the Harleys then, and then at 16, I rode Bertha to go meet my cousins, and my cousins came down from Albuquerque, and they had Harleys, and so then we'd meet up. We'd go to Juarez to go. They'd go drink, and we'd play around and whatever. So, but
Yep.
that was the whole introduction to the Harley thing, and then he right before the whole freestyle thing, my dad moved to Texas and with his job with insurance, and then they laid him off. And he was already working on some bikes, and he cashed in his 401k and got rid of his badass shovel head called Cino Evo. And so he got rid of that and his 401k and bought a motorcycle shop called Tradition Cycles.
Wow.
Yep. And then
That's kind of a crazy leap right there.
yeah, and then 2 years later, he called me up, I'm like, "You should come work over here. There's more money here. You got another kid," because I just had a baby or I didn't have it. My girlfriend had it. So I have a daughter from another lady. The first one was a son, second one's a
Yep.
daughter. And
Yep.
we moved out here in Texas, and she was 4 months old when we
Okay.
moved out here.
Yep.
So, dude, I couldn't even identify a Sportster from a Shovelhead from a Dyna.
Yeah.
Or an FXR. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's this? Softail? What? No,
Yeah.
it's this and that and blah 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 blah. I'm like, shit, I don't know.
Yeah. Who cares?
No, yeah, that was 25 years ago. Now you can bring me a box of parts and probably don't even need a manual. I can put it all back together.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy how, I mean, it's interesting if you're into this, how that all kind of comes along. You know what I mean? It's, once it grabs a hold of you, man, there ain't no letting go. That's the unfortunate part. You know, it's good and bad. I mean, I do love what I do every day, but there, like I said, sometimes it's easy for it to get sucked the love out of it.
Yep.
You know, and so then you hate it for a day or two, and then you go ride.
Yeah, there's days where I'm like, fuck these bikes. Like,
yeah.
It's the where you throw the like shit and like, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna need that. Hold on, you know. But
so this is your shop that you work out of on a daily basis, right here.
Every day. Yep.
And so this
7 days a week.
is this on your property or is this?
No, sir. I want to put one on my property for sure.
Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
I live on an acre lot, and that's
Yep.
the plan. Is just to replicate this in my backyard with a little couple extras is probably 125, 150K.
Yeah, for sure. You know,
Yeah,
I got lucky. I got lucky out here. I bought this house that already had this shop on it. You know,
yeah,
if I
awesome.
wouldn't have, man, you know, there's no building shops out here. It's too fucking expensive.
So your shop is actually at your house?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Sweet. Yes.
Yeah. We used to have one in the city, but when things slowed down, man, I was just like, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know, I do miss it. I will have another shop in the city again one day, you know, because like we're basically close to the public, you know. And so I like having customers come in and things like that. I like that resource and just people to be able to visit, you know, it's fun.
Yeah.
But for now we're close to the public and we're on my property. I got, again, very lucky. It's a 2,200 square foot shop, you know, with a fucking mezzanine in it. It's like, how much luckier do you get? You know,
I'm in 2,000 square foot with a mezzanine that gives me 600.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
The Wi-Fi calls do go through.
Okay. Yeah. See. Yeah. Got to put it on lockdown. Yeah. That's what always fucks my camera up and like jams me all up. So you're still moving.
That's why
so
I hit it and I was like,
cool,
it stayed. And then I went black. Oh man, really?
I was like, finally somebody else's camera fucks up because mine's always fucking up. So it's just you there. You're 2,000 square feet with the mezzanine, and you do basically start to finish builds. I mean, are you doing service also, or are you just doing full builds?
So I service like anything I've built.
Okay.
And I service like, you have to be a really good close friend, old ex-customer from the old tradition days type of things. Other than that, I really don't know.
Yeah.
Like I used to be real big into the audio. I used to do a lot of the big audio systems, but now that they got these rolling speaker boxes, I'm like, nah, I'm out. Because they hear that and they expect that, but their hand only goes that far. And like, I'm like, no, like, so you build something crazy loud, and then they go next to one of those guys that have 30 grand in their bike. And they're like, well, I just thought it'd be a little louder. I'm like, well, stop parking next to him or just turn it down and listen to his. Like, I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just too many complaints. So
And so what's your bread and butter, I guess, or do you have a niche thing that you do or specifically, or is every build?
I starve.
Right.
I starve.
Do you have like a niche, like, I guess, in the things that you build, do you stick to one kind of thing, or are you just kind of anything, bring me whatever you got, we're going to fucking do it?
I'm out there, dude. Like I've done everything from the big wheel baggers, I did the 26-inch, the Vikla, like a dirty tail, really rad dirty tail. I've done a lot of choppers, rebuild choppers. Recently I did one where the guy basically had one of those CCI bike kits. He bought it offline from some guy and I got it in and redid the whole thing pretty much from the frame up. So I do rebuilds, but anything that's Harley related that I can make some money on, I pretty much take it in if somebody's willing to like throw down and do something. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
But I have customers too. These guys ride, one's on an 05 and one's on an 08 or 09. Randy D'Ario and Matt Bates. These motherfuckers put down miles on these soft tails, dude. Like I just built Randy a 107 out of his 88-inch, and when he brought it to me, it had 90,000 miles on it.
Jeez.
So I built him a 107. This it's like, I think the dyno guy said 115 horsepower, 120 foot-pounds of torque out of this 107.
Whoa.
We put a 6-speed Jim's gear set in it. They just went to Nova Scotia and back, 6,000-mile round trip. I called up Nick from Forever Two Wheels, Maine. I was like, hey, can you take care of my buddies? He was like, yeah, I got them. So they went down there, got new tires, and then rode back. Like these guys put down miles, bro. Miles.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They're planning their September trip. They do one big trip a year and then one pretty big trip a year.
Oh, that's fucking cool, man.
One time they're like, okay, we're going to finish Route 66. So they went up to Oklahoma City from here, went all the way to LA, And then Randy looked at Matt and was like, "You want to keep going?" Like, sure. So then they went all the way up the coast and across back down by the Bunny Ranch area, and then back through
Yeah.
to Mexico, and then back down. So it's like they just like doubled their trip because they were like, "Oh, let's just keep going."
Because we can. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Steve, if you look at these bikes, you're like, there's no way they got 90,000 miles on them. We're talking chrome swing arm, chrome PM calipers, chrome lower
Jeez.
legs, like blinged out. They ride 800 miles in a day, pull
Yep.
over. They go straight to the car wash, unload, wash the bikes, load back up, go to the hotel, unload, do dinner and all that stuff, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, take off. The next town they hit, they pull over straight to the car wash, wash everything. I mean, these guys take care of their shit. Those are
That's
customers I
funny.
do service work on because they take care of their shit, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What's up? This guy said one of our hats is huge. I don't know. Is it my hat?
It's probably mine.
It's just a normal. It's just a normal sized hat. I mean, I do have a big head.
Mine's
You give.
huge, so I have to order special hats.
You have a small, tiny head, or you have a big
No, I have a
hat?
big head.
Oh, gotcha. There you
Yeah,
go. The FXR hat. Yep,
FXR
it's
hat.
yours.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
Here.
yeah, yeah. I like it though.
That
What
better?
does it say? Make FXR Evo again? Is that what it says?
Yep.
That's funny.
It's just a play on all the guys on the tour, like M8s. It's like I think there's 2 people on the tour that are not doing M8s. Maybe 3.
Yeah. You
Out of
should,
10.
yeah, do some panheads instead.
Right?
You know.
Yeah.
So what are you working on right now in there? I know you got like a whole family of bikes because we talked about making Christmas cards.
That was so funny. Do you want to see him, or do you want me to just
Of
tell you
course,
about him?
well, let's start. I guess let's start with talking about the FXR Tour bike, and then we want to see all of them.
Okay, for sure.
So, what are you doing? I mean, you're an invited builder for the FXR Tour, which congratulations, that's awesome. And what are you doing for the FXR Tour?
So I'm doing traditional FXR.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Oh, there she is, just like that. Look at that cool stand. I like that. I need like 5 of those.
It's a hydraulic stand, but it's broken. So if you have a regular lift, or if you have, which I'll show you here in a second, if you got one of these build stands,
Yep.
if you put I just moved it. I was going to show you because I thought it was going to stay here like an idiot, but you can put a wheel on there and you pump it up and it'll lift the wheel in there, and you can put the axles in and stuff like that. So it's just like, but the hydraulic part of it kind of went out. So now it's just kind of like a rolling stand.
Yeah. Still nice and yeah, that's handy.
So this is my my Pop's 94 FXR. It's the last bike he had before he passed. He got rid of it, and we were going to build him like a really badass bagger, a later model bagger. He had like a 05 bagger. He sold that. 2 years later, he ended up selling this. And then a year after he sold this, he passed away. And
I'm sorry to hear
that. It's cool. I appreciate it. At the services, the kid that bought it was there, and I told him, "Hey man, if you ever get rid of it," because I can't find Bertha, and then I ended up finding it, which is a whole another weird story. But I told, "Man, if you ever get rid of that, I'd like to have it back." He goes, "All right, you got it." And I was like, "Cool." He showed up Monday with the bike. "Here you go." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't have no money." He's like,
Wow.
"I know you're good for it." I'm like, "Okay." But it's a 89-inch stroker, S&S stroker motor. It's got Edelbrock heads that are flow ported polished probably 4 different times because he was playing with cams and shit like that. And so he kept reporting them, new cam, report, new cam, report. And then it had it was stupid wicked when it had the dual Makunis on it. Like he was racing Boss Hosses with it and not
Jesus
beating them,
Christ.
but running with them.
Wow.
So
do you have pictures of it?
Yes.
Oh.
You want a picture right now, though? I don't have. Picture.
Okay. Well, you need to send us one then.
I'll send you one. It's on my Instagram, like way back. It's got a like a Navajo design paint job. It looks stupid as fuck, but whatever. That was he thought it was cool. It's like, okay, Dad. But yeah, it had forward controls, and like you get going so fast on it, like the wind would push your feet off of the forward controls and shit. You know, it's just so he had the mid controls that just pegs, because he liked the stretched out feel when he rode it, and then it had a
Yeah.
wide glide on it and stuff like that. But this is more of like a. So then, prior to my dad passing away, he was into the Sons of Anarchy,
Oh
and
yeah, of
so
course.
he was like, "Man, it'd be cool to make it into like a club bike and blah 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 and this and that." And I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be cool." So that's what I'm gonna do with it. So
Yeah, yeah,
everybody
yeah,
wants me to chop it and FX and M8 it, twin cam,
yeah, yeah,
20 it out or something like that. And it's like, nah, I'm gonna. If it wasn't my dad's, I would in a heartbeat. I'd chop this son of a bitch up so fast. But
yeah,
it's my dad's, so I
yeah,
don't want
yeah,
to.
yeah. No, I mean, at the same time, like again, it's kind of neat that you're doing something like this because I mean, not that I'm opposed to the M8 FXRs or the FXR choppers or anything like that, but
Yeah,
we got to have it all. I think the FXR
yeah,
tour should have it all. So you're bringing something that the other guys are not. You know what I mean?
yes, for sure.
It's going to stand out. It really will.
Yeah,
You know?
it's like last year was cool because they had the M8, they had the M8 with the blower, they had that Chris guy with the green one. I'm like, hell,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm replacing him this year, because
yep,
he had
yep,
basically a traditional FXR, So
yep.
I think it's going to be really cool, like you said. There was one of everything. Mikey's bike was so badass, that
Oh
chopper
yeah,
was just
oh yeah,
sick,
ridiculous, ridiculous.
Yeah, and
You
it's
know?
just it's a variety, so that's why I'm okay with being the guy, so that's why I've been like farting around with like, oh, I don't have an MA, poor me, and all this stuff, and people are like, all right, drop it already, And I'm like, I'm just having fun. Would I do an M8 FXR? Fuck yeah, I would.
Oh yeah, all
Fuck yeah,
day,
I would. If
all
this
day.
wasn't my dad's, I'd probably do it for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I believe the M8 motor, the way it runs and how much power you can get out of it so easily is by far my most favorite motor they've ever produced.
It's sick,
Visually,
and
the Panhead is my most favorite motor they've ever produced.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
you
I
know?
love shovel heads. Shovel heads with 1 3/4 straight pipes, woo, or fishtails.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I like
oh,
that too.
that
I,
was
I
worth it.
do. I do. I may or may not, and I'm just gonna say I actually have it, but I do have a brand new 93-inch S&S shovel head down there for an FXR of mine that I've been trying to get to. And I'm like, oh, if I'm going to do one, it's going to have a shovel head in it. But if I'm going to have a shovel head, it's going to be an S&S shovel head so I can actually get home.
Right, right. That's
Because
the truth.
my last shovel head chopper did not get home. I think one time in like 3 years. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it was always on the back of a tow truck. So
yeah. And
I'm
that's
good with the
that's
Harley shovel heads.
yeah. Last year, the guy Dennis,
Yep.
I can't
Punt.
remember his
Yep.
last year. He's building a shovelhead FXR.
Oh, is he?
Yep, he's currently building one right now. It's got the fairing and everything. So yeah, he had an M8 FXR last year. That was like a RT
Okay. Yeah. 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 No,
with the
I
inverted
talked
up
to
front,
Dennis. Yeah. Very nice
end and
guy.
stuff like that. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then now
Very
he's
nice.
building the shovelhead.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check that
That
out.
yeah, that one's cool. And then John has that one that's like rear brown frame with like a yellow tan colored motor.
Hmm.
John with the fancy shop from last year.
Oh, John Snyder. Yep,
Yes.
yep, 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 yep,
Yeah.
yeah. John, yeah, he's a phenomenal builder, man.
He's got a cool shovelhead FXR going
Yeah,
too. So yeah, they're
yeah,
out there.
yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've seen a handful for sure. I want to. I would like to do mine. The reason what's taking me so long, and I kind of have it worked out in my head, is I would like to fuel inject and turbocharge it,
Ooh, that'd be
but
nice.
I need a little bit more money in my bank account to make that
Yeah.
happen. So
Yeah.
I'm getting there slowly, very slowly. So
Yeah.
maybe in 10 years.
I've had this one for quite a while, so I've collected a lot of parts over the years, and there's certain parts that I still need to get. But
Yeah,
I have the vision of what it's going to look like, and I've changed a couple of things since the tour thing, because
yeah,
I was kind of like, yeah, I'll get it going next year and this and that. And then the tour thing, I was like, man, that'd be kind of cool. But I was like, that's a rush though. And then when somebody said, like, no, they give you like 10 months to build it, I was like, oh, well, then maybe I put my name in the hat for that, but
yeah.
it's, there's a lot of stupid stuff I'm doing that you won't ever see. Like, I already deleted all of that stuff. There's
Yep.
usually like a weird cutout area on here.
Yep.
And I've already shaved that off, which nobody will ever see once the tank is on there.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right.
a lot of people body work and stuff like that. While everything that I'm doing is all metal finished and stuff. So
Yeah.
like deleting stuff, cleaning stuff up. When I ground this down, it was real weak here, so I re-TIG welded it and ground it all smooth and the front. See those? I had those made.
What are those for your?
Tie
What?
down holders.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, for your tie
Yeah,
downs. Yeah, that's a very
because I'm
cool.
not running the fairing,
Yep,
and I didn't
got you.
want to cut them off just in case down the road I decide, hey, let's throw a big fairing on it or something like that. Then I
Yep, yep.
still have the bolt holes available, but it's just not too. It's not just two bungs sticking out.
Yeah, yeah. You made it a purpose for them.
Has a purpose, yeah.
Yeah,
So
very cool.
just doing stuff like that. It's gonna have a lot of different. I got a few things like my dad's guys weren't the best fabricators, so they just ground the shit out of these tubes to get a West Coast Chopper 7-inch fender to fit in there.
Yeah, yeah,
Instead of
yeah.
cutting the fender and narrow the fender,
Yeah.
they ground it all down. So I cut all the tubes out. I started by cutting the old tubes out, and I'm going to put new ones in there and TIG weld them all back in there so it looks all back to the factory.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How funny.
But I got a lot.
Work smarter, not harder, right?
Oh my God, some of these people, like, they get you scratching your head. But no, it's going to be 39 millimeter front end. I'm going to do a lot of custom. Yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of like sorry, I was reading the comments.
Oh, you're good.
Making
You're
sure
good.
they can hear me and stuff like that. But I'm gonna do a lot of little custom tricks and little things so that when you look at it, it's how I think Harley should have done it. So most people are gonna walk by and be like, "Oh, that's cool. It's an FXR."
Yeah. Yeah.
You FXR guys are gonna walk by and be like, "Oh, look at what he did. Oh, check that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Woo, check that." So
yeah.
that's gonna be this thing is I kind of pride myself on details.
Yep. Yep. They're important.
There's my goal is 1,000 details.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I want 1,000 things that people go, man, that's clean. Oh, look, oh, that looks clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like anybody can build an FXR. I know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what's kind of hard and kind of like I see people doing stuff. I'm like, should I really be in this or not? Like, Corey Ness just showed his picture, his FXR, that Pro Street, and I'm like, that thing's sick.
Yeah.
Paul Yaffe just showed that one at whatchamacallit, the gray one that's all slammed.
The Law Tigers one. Yeah. The Law Tigers one he just finished.
No, that one's really cool too. But the other one, the Battleship gray one that he took to Mama Tried, I think.
Oh, yeah.
All slammed and with the all RT slammed with the fairing. Like that thing is sick too.
Yeah, I like Paul Yaffe's style. He's fun.
So growing up, like in the early 2000s, I had 3 favorite builders ever.
Yeah,
Paul Yaffe was one, Jesse James was the other, and Billy Lane. Those are my dudes. Those are my guys.
Yeah.
Like
you
have the rough, crazy shit from Billy Lane that he just makes it happen.
Yeah.
Jesse's is just clean, simple, and expensive. Paul Yaffe's was just like, wow, that's fucking crazy. Like his details, that motherfucker has some details.
Yeah, for sure.
His details are crazy. Sorry, am I cussing too much? I get hyped. And
I don't know. I can't live my life without cussing, so I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. No, fuck it.
No, and then there's some stuff that I haven't seen done on the FXRs that I have. Like I kind of don't want to give away everything, but there's a lot of stuff that I think the FXR community, when they see it, they're gonna be like, I want that. I want that for mine, and I'll be like, cool. After I have mine first.
Yeah.
Then we can do it. So I gotta find maybe you or my machinist or somebody to get on board and help me make some stuff, and then like, cool. Now if I can make a couple of bucks and you can make a lot, let's do it. You know what I mean? Type of thing. Because there's a few things that I want to do that still haven't been done.
Yeah. Well,
I know. And it's hard to say what I'm doing's never been done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
You can't do it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I believe it though. And I think there's a portion of motorcycles today that we're getting to that point, right? Where like science and like technology is getting more involved. And then there's a portion of motorcycles today that is just all, it's Black Dyna again. We've kind of gone full circle from when Black Dyna started, Sons of Anarchy time, and we moved away from it. And then now we're back at it again. It's just different color paint jobs because, we're like stuck in a little spot right now. It's like, performance baggers, I think have almost hit their peak. We really, I don't see anything being done to them that is anything different than what's been being done to them for the last 2 years. I mean, turbos, aluminum swing arms, aluminum subframes, big motors,
Olin suspension.
Olin's, yeah, or insert other brand here.
Yeah.
Lighting, paint jobs, carbon fiber. And I'm not talking shit, and I don't mean to sound like that way, but they're great bikes that way. They ride great. They're super fun. They're reliable. You could fucking rip them for fucking 1,000 miles in a day and be comfortable. Sure. I love mine. You know what I mean? It's just like, man, where do we go from here as a community of builders or people that, aspire to be a builder? Like, for me, I'm like, I want to go back to rigid choppers. That's when everything was, custom. You got to make everything, so that's kind of my idea. Like, that's where I draw inspiration from too. Like when I'm looking at something else, but like, and that's why I went and got a Pan America also. Cause it's like, well, I've never touched a Pan America. Let's play with a Pan America. You know what I mean? I don't want to I don't like playing with the same bikes over and over and over, because once you get to like the pinnacle, it's just, there's nothing else you could do. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So, and that's like me. I want to have one of everything personally, cause I have, there's an old shovel head up there that's pretty cool. I have my West Coast Chopper CFL that I'll be building. I got my my personal chopper. I can't tell you the name of the chopper. And then I'll have an FXR.
Yep.
And I'd love to have an M8. That's the thing is I'm kind of like do I want to build an FXR with an M8 motor, or do I just want to get a soft tail that has an M8 motor in it, and I just puts a couple things on? Because honestly, like one of my favorite bikes for the longest time is a local guy here, Marcus. He goes by Dark Horse 50, I think, or whatever. His bike is sick. It's like so his bike is sick because it's a soft tail, lowrider S, and he's got the RT fairing, RT lowers with ST bags. And I'm like, that's exactly what I would build.
Yeah.
And Corey's selling his blue FXR M8.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's got the blue and the teal one. I don't care, and it's not his bike. It's just in general. I don't care for the ST fairing. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And I don't like, and I do not like RP bags. People are like, you should just throw. I'm just not.
Yep.
They're just too square.
Yeah.
I'll go get one of those BMW bikes with those big canisters on the back if I wanted that. You know what I mean?
100%.
So it's just a personal opinion.
Oh yeah, of course.
I like Corey's first bike, the RT looking one with the big fairing and the clamshell bag. Like, I could build that. I could spend a shitload of money building that bike with a cool paint job, or I go buy me a Softail and throw that shit on it, and I'm done. So I even posted that video, that reel the other day, where I'm like, okay, I'm done, and then like nobody's gonna know, And there's a picture of Marcus's bike, and I just photoshopped the triangulated cover on the side of the bike, and I was like, okay, done. Got my M8 done and everything. So,
why not? Why not? Fuck it.
It's exactly what it would be.
Yeah. It's hard. I mean, it is hard right now. Again.
And a Harley already has a place to put all the electronics, because I've seen some of these M8s and they open up their seats and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Get some Parmesan for that under that seat there, buddy. Like, that's a lot of spaghetti.
It is. It is.
Man.
Yeah.
That it's would hard probably take me the longest. If I built an M8 FXR, it would take me forever, because I would have to hide all that shit.
Yeah.
I get that they're selling the harnesses.
Yep.
But there's slack in them, so I'd have to cut all of that and repin it so that it would shorten up and it only went to a certain spot. Because I'll show you all my wiring on my FXR.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to see it because I like wiring, so I definitely want to see it.
Well, wiring, you're gonna have a hard time seeing it.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I hope so,
dude. The details are going to be unreal on this thing.
I want to be able to judge it though with the side covers off. Then.
Oh, side covers off, seat off, bags.
Yeah,
open,
let's
off,
go.
Like,
there we go. Yeah.
So it's a carbon, man. Get out of here, Wheelo.
It's been done.
Gonna be it's Garley's Garage FXR convertible. So just keep that in mind.
Perfect. Okay, then. So now, what else you got in there? And feel free to take the phone with you.
No, everything's mobile.
Oh, I love it. Ooh.
You recognize that?
Ooh. Look at that bad. I don't know why I get so close to my phone. It doesn't really make it better, but it is fun to look at. Now, this is a customer's or is this yours?
Customers.
Oh, yeah. And what size is that motor?
It will be a 107, 115 horsepower, and 120 foot-pounds of torque. Thank you, Mikey, if you're watching.
He better be watching. Damn it,
Nine
Mikey.
Finger Fab. Get yours.
Right? Look at those.
So it's a twin cam
Yep.
in a West Coast Chopper Dominator.
Wow.
Now this
How
is a
cool is
special one.
that?
Don't tell me where I have no idea where he got it from. The whole "fuck you" or whatever it says on there.
Yep.
It's a 140
Oh, wow.
skinny bike.
Yeah, because they were originally, 180s, right?
No.
Bigger?
200. I think 200 is the
200?
smallest I've seen, and I've seen them as big as 280s.
Wow.
Dude, these
Interesting.
backbones are like almost 2 inches in diameter. They're huge.
Jesus Christ. How much does that frame weigh?
It's pretty heavy. Not too bad
Yeah.
though, actually. But
He's
like
going to need that 115 horsepower.
it's just so much detail from West Coast Chopper. Like it's all rounded edges, and then like even the aerodynamic tubing down here just for this cross brace.
Yeah, that's real cool.
So,
I don't think I've ever actually had my hands on a West Coast Chopper frame to actually look at it that close.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet. I mean, that little orange and black one I did, like the fucking I threw it. That was another one of those fuck this bikes because it the transmission mount. So the story is that I got from Curtis Hoffman because I was like, dude, the fuck this frame and this and that, and I happened to bump into him and we were talking West Coast Choppers and I told him about it. He goes, that frame's messed up, right? And I go, what do you mean? And he said the those 140s, there's a batch of 140s that the transmission. So what happened is they had them jigged up for the 200s and they made a batch of 200s and they're like, all right, let's do 140s. Well, they changed the back part, but they didn't change out the transmission. So it was over like a quarter inch or half inch. So when I mock everything up in drivetrain, I'm looking at them like, dude, the chain is all in that frame rail. Like, this is crazy. So then I maybe I got to do a zero offset on the front sprocket. So I did that. It's all in the tire. And I'm like, what do you, and dude, I have 3, what are they, PBI sprockets or whatever. And I had them custom machined down and then made a space, tool steel to go on the other side to space it out to kind of just like bump it over to get it away from the frame rail. And like, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Curtis was like, no, the transmission mounts are in the wrong spot. I go, shut the fuck up. He goes, no, seriously. So I measure everything out. I'm like, fuck it. So I cut the transmission mount out, bolted it to the transmission, bolted everything up as a drivetrain. I sat there and I go, sure shit, it's a quarter inch off. So then I re-welded it all up, tigged it all out, and then metal finished it and all that stuff and pulled back and lined up. I'm like, wow. So then I finished the build. That thing sat in the corner for like 2 years because I was so frustrated with that stupid thing. Like,
and how many do they make like that and just not say anything though?
There, I think that one guy, Jay Herbert, he messaged me. He goes, "Did you have a problem with yours? I thought I heard." And I go, "Sure as shit." And he goes, "Mine's doing the same thing." So I know there's a few of them out there. I don't know how many, but
wow,
I'm not the only one.
I mean, shit happens. What are you gonna do? But that sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, you sit there and you scratch your head like, what's going on? And I messaged Jesse. And he's like, I messaged Jesse, and he's like, I can fix it. Okay.
I mean, you should fix it.
How are you going to fix it? Just tell me and I'll fix it. Like tell me what's wrong with it. That was his only thing. And then he wouldn't respond to me. I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, I'll figure it out.
Yeah. How fucking crazy is that?
Yeah. Yeah, this one belongs to the guy. I did the flat black and bright orange flaked out CFL skinny tire.
Yep.
Same guy out of New Jersey.
Hell yeah.
I've met him once face to face.
Oh wow. Yeah. That's cool. And repeat customer. That's good though, right?
Yep.
Hell yeah. So all right. Well, next, what do you got next now?
Let's see. I have a Cafe Sportster.
Oh yeah, let's see that.
Don't mind this.
Yeah, don't mind that. Throw that in the dumpster.
So doing, reverse levers.
Ooh, those
Doing a
are fancy.
Triumph tank on it. And then starting the sheet metal it's kind of hard to see.
Oh, I can see it. Yep, yep.
Starting to do the template for the tail section.
So you do sheet metal work as well?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yep. I bought one of these things. Holy crap. That Sosa metal shaping hammer.
Uh
That thing still scares the shit out of me.
huh.
Dude, when like I built this cool tool holder because I saw he had one and he had it like all cool and bolted over here.
Yeah.
This thing gets to slamming so hard, even with like I have rubber grommets to hold these things in here.
Yeah.
They were popping out and I had to like jump around because they were falling on my feet. Like this thing gets it's so scary.
Let's see.
But
Turn it on.
you want to see it?
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
Give me a second.
All right. All right.
I just rearranged the whole shop, and so I have like a fab area now.
Hell
And
yeah.
are you sure?
Oh, of
You
course.
Fuck.
I like to see everything. Oh yeah. Holy shit. I think some shit fell off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this guy keeps falling off. But yeah,
Wow. Yeah, I've never done anything like that before. That looks like fun.
dude, like I used to race dirt bikes and like you get like you've heard of arm pump.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I get arm pump just holding onto that son of a gun.
Jesus Christ.
But it'll beat the crap
Oh
out of this
yeah.
metal and smooth it out pretty nice. So that's the top of a tank.
Wow.
And I was gonna do it in two pieces, but it's like starting to get there. But I decided then I started doing more of a one piece.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yep.
it's slowly getting there, but I'm self-taught on everything. So
Yeah.
but on this one I cut the whole. This is a 05 model, so it's the rubber mounted.
Yep.
So I cut the whole ass end off of it, and then we're doing Olin shock. So I went ahead and raised the bike to where this was flat because I just like lines, to
Yeah.
be
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
straight on stuff.
Yep.
So I rebuilt all of this, and then I made my own new shock mounts and gusseted it all out, so it's nice and straight. And I did a
Yep.
whole YouTube video on this thing, and then that's the original shock position. So I moved it forward a little bit just so that the traditional cafe racer, that back tire just kind of seems like it sticks out more than
Yep.
normal.
Yep.
So that just, I don't know. I just like the way it looks. I think it's
Yeah.
coming out
No,
cool.
I think it looks really good. I like that. I like the way the tire sticks out more than anything else.
Yeah. So we're kind of going just a little bit different. And then I want to do like some cool, either one cool or two that like I don't know, like European style muffler pie cut where it kind of comes out and kind of cobra tip,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yep.
something something cool like that I think would look really cool.
I like it. I
So
like it.
that's
Now this is another customer bike.
yes, sir. Yeah. So we're doing
Nice.
like the Roland Sands design, mid or rear set.
Rear sets. Yep.
Yeah. And then just trying to do something different. I'm thinking of like I put the wrong people are like, oh, you got the fork on wrong, idiot. I'm like, I know. So like I think I kind of want to I want to make the mount for the caliper maybe to sit up kind of high, kind of like a Springer would.
Yep. Yep.
I just thought maybe that would look cool, but I'm still kind of messing with it. But yeah, we put front wheel is Black Bike built the wheel for me, and then I just put the
Yep.
oversized rotor on it just because I thought it looked pretty sick.
No, I think it does. I think it looks great.
It's gonna be a cool little bike.
Oh yeah, it looks like it's gonna be fun.
And then this one,
That's a big monster.
Yeah, she along. Hold on, let me.
You got cars in there and everything.
Oh yeah.
Jesus, I barely get anything in my shop. I don't know how you do it.
Trust me, I rearranged the shop over and over and over. So this one you'll probably recognize some parts on it. Let's see if you recognize something. That might give it away.
Oh yeah.
What is it?
That's a Daytech frame, ain't it?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. I remember those.
Yeah. So this is my personal bike.
Oh, nice. That's a wicked fucking sissy bar there.
You like that?
Oh yeah.
It's like 2005 design.
Have you been building this since 2005?
No, I'd love to tell you more about it, but Wheelo Skilo and my machinist Justin said that I can't talk about this bike to you
Why? That's rude.
because they say I live too much in the past.
If there was no past, there'd be no future.
I know. Well,
These are
fuck it.
all going to come back.
Fuck it.
Watch.
I'll tell you. You want me to tell you about it?
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's talk about all of them.
So, did you ever hear of that TV show? Did you ever hear about that TV show called Build or Bust?
Yes.
So, I was on that TV show.
Oh, hell yeah.
I built this bike in 05. I was the third winner out of 3, and there was 12 on the episode. 11. Yeah.
You were the third winner out of 3.
Yeah. So out of 12 episodes, there was only 3 winners.
Okay, gotcha.
I was the third.
Oh, rad.
So that guy Joe with the rusty one, he won his, and then Bill Wall won his, and then I won mine.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's
So,
crazy.
I built this on Builder Bus in 2005. And it was all blue and had that sissy bar. So I tore it apart because I rode the crap out of it for probably 7 to 10 years, and then I blew
Yep.
up the motor, and
Yep.
then the fender was cracking. So I've already started like all the fender repair because I built it. So you're supposed to build these bikes in 30 days, right?
Okay.
Well, they take away time for chrome, paint, and all that stuff. I completely built my bike hands on 13 days.
Oh, shit.
I fabricated everything. I fabricated the sissy bar. I fabricated my exhaust system that the pipes came through here and then they kicked out over here.
Yep.
Polyaffi sent me bends, but he didn't send me the bar, so I built the bars. Uh, it's jockey shifted. I built the tank from a stamping that Exile did. Like I
Yep.
built the whole bike. I fabricated everything in 9 days and I put it back together in 4.
Holy shit.
I was
Meth is a motherfucker, man.
What's that?
I said meth is a motherfucker.
Okay. You really want to hear this now? So I was
Oh,
only
let's go.
able to work on it from 8 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon with a mandatory 1 hour lunch.
Oh my, can you even get all that done?
I honestly don't know how I did it. I know I went back to my to where I was staying and cried a couple of times.
Yeah. Oh, it was, you know what it was? It was pre Instagram, so you didn't have all this distraction.
True. Very, very true. So
uh,
on the rebuild, I'm changing a couple of things like the handlebars. Those are the original handlebars, but they're just like, they have you so widespread and everything that it's just
yeah.
crazy. So redoing them with these different more narrow looking slimlined crow's feet, I think is what it's called. The Crow's
Yeah.
Customs makes this top one so that way the bars just flow into there instead of
Yeah.
the original ones bolted through the top and then that kind of came out the side. So
Gotcha.
it's narrowing that up. I rebuilt the wheel with the small hub,
Yep.
and then so it kind of looks like a spool hub on the one side, so it looks
Yeah.
spool
Yeah.
hub.
Yeah.
But yet I have just enough brake just to hold me on a heel because it
Oh,
is jockey
perfect.
shift. It's a
Yeah.
jockey shift 113 S&S Gym
Oh,
6 Gym 6 speed with a 230 rear tire.
wow.
So it's got
That's
the back
fun.
bike wheels, single sided. with the
Oh, I
exhaust
love it.
rotor.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. I got a new tire so I can put it back together. And then I kind of wanted to slim stuff out. And then I was the test dummy for this one. We're gonna put it's such a skinny bike, and he loves the Rivera Primo belt drives.
Yep.
So he's like, I have a 3 inch, but I really want a 2 inch. Well, you can't find them. So I was like, let me see what I can do. So I talked to Rick Bray at RKB Custom Cycles, and he was like, dude, you can do it. And he kind of gave me some pointers. And so I did the testing on mine. So I made it from a 3 inch to a 2 inch belt drive. So now I got to cut this down and suck it in.
Gotcha.
So I
Yep.
did that on mine. So that way now I'm ready to do his. So I just did his the other day. His is a different one because he already has the rings and stuff that you can do. So now I have to build rings for mine.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So like they have the bolt-on rings. So I already
Yep.
machined that one down, and then I machined this one down. I just gotta tap the holes, but they were already pretty much there.
And now you have a little machine shop there, or what?
Yeah, I I have like all the ghetto shit.
Yeah, perfect.
So I saved up and I was like, okay, I can buy a mill or a lathe. Which one would I make more money on? And
Yep.
the lathe is obviously wheel spacers is my big thing. If anybody knows me, they're gonna say Adam Garley makes wheel spacers because that's my jam, dude. Like no
Yeah.
bike that I build, you can see the bearings.
Gotcha.
They're custom wheel spacers, so you don't see bearings on my bike. So I bought a Grizzly lathe, and I love it, man. It's
Yeah.
GO776, and that's like I love this machine. It's awesome. I think it was like brand new, like $6,500.
Yep.
And so I've just been using the shit out of it, and then just a benchtop mill.
Oh, nice.
So I want an email because anytime I'm doing something, if I change tooling out, I can't. It's like, oh shit, you can't just lower it. If you have like a longer process to do, I can't just lower it.
Oh, my screen went back. I don't know why. Oh, I'm back.
Oh,
Okay.
you're back. So you can't lower it. So you have to like loosen up the head and then like lift this part, and it throws everything out of whack. So then
Oh,
you have
so
to.
fun.
Yeah. So it's just like I try to make sure all my processes, everything's going to be at a certain spot before I even start.
Oh,
But
wow.
like I said, I redoing this area, so like everything's all kind of like just it's there, but it's just kind of a mess. And then
That's how my normal day to day is. So it looks normal to me.
yeah, so I got like your bench grinder, and I got a MIG, and I got the TIG, and
Yep.
that. Got my little English wheel, little benchtop English wheel on a little stand. Bead roller, custom because I'm old, so I don't take my motors out by myself. So I use this to pick my motors up and put them in and out of bikes. That's pretty
Oh,
cool. Little
perfect.
kind of built that little thing myself. What else? So this one I just got in a couple days ago. I'm gonna put a new rear fender on it.
Yep.
It's a 14 breakout. I'm gonna do a
Gotcha.
whole custom fender and then do a custom seat pan on it. This is one. This one's going back. I just repaired the tank and then put a new liner in it. Um, Whoever painted it, when they put it back together for him and gave it to him, they didn't put all the assembly back together, so the fuel pump fell to the bottom of the thing without the filter on it and just vibrated until it rubbed a
Perfect.
hole all the way through the gas tank.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is the one I was telling you that he's been to Nova Scotia and all that shit. Like this is how blinged out this fucking bike is.
On this bike, he's been to Nova Scotia?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
This is
Jesus.
the one. Yeah, this one's tricked out. The other one's just as tricked out, if not more. But like, yeah, it's
Wow.
all PM, all chrome plated. Like these guys travel,
That's
and
cool.
it's dirty right now. He actually brought. He's like, I'm embarrassed because it's so dirty. But yeah, all the PM, everything, all 12
Wow.
point fasteners on everything's 12 pointed out.
That's fucking fun.
Yeah, so like I said, like people are like, "Oh yeah, I ride. I'm so tough on my big bagger. That's all got tents and all kinds of." No, these guys do it on their soft tails. It's nuts.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
It's nuts.
Those aren't the most comfortable bikes when that suspension hits.
No, hell no.
No.
And then when you have it like weighted down with like all your gear and everything, like
Yeah.
that's
No.
it's basically riding cross country two up.
Yeah. No, thank you. Yeah. Nick asked how you like your lights on your shop, those hex lights.
Oh, I love them, dude. They're sick. Like I had some stuff go out. Like I think I paid less than $300 for a set, and it's like 8 foot wide by 16 foot long with a border. But then I didn't put the border on. I just did the border like I separated the border because it's supposed to be like I don't know, like a
Oh,
border
like a
go right,
box. Yeah,
right
yeah,
close,
yeah,
yeah, right around it. So then I
yeah.
just straightened them up. So now that's the border.
Wow,
I just made into a straight line across the back, and then it cuts across, and then it goes in front of like the bathroom area.
wow.
I just kind of
I,
reconfigured them.
oh, that's beautiful. I need to get some
But
of
yeah,
those lights for under my mezzanine.
so that's my personal '54 Chevy Bel Air 2-door hardtop.
Oh, that's my favorite car.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
so that's my personal build, and I got tons of stuff. Oh, there's my West Coast Chopper CFL with Doom wheels.
What is that? A little plasma table?
Oh yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah. Got me a little CNC plasma table. It's a 4x4.
Yep,
It
perfect.
it'll do like 53 by 52 or something like that. It'll actually cut that much.
Nice.
Um, my sheet metal area. There's kind of like my motor, like tear it down and clean it up and shit like
Yep,
that.
yep, yep.
CFL up there with some CFL tanks that I modified that I'm keeping one, I'm selling the other one. And then this is a 52 Mercury convertible.
Oh yeah.
And I just did Scott's Hot Rods front clip. Sorry, it's dark on this side of the shop, but I just so it was a clip from here
Uh-huh.
to here. So I had to transition the frame from here up into it and then out
Oh,
of it and
geez.
then lower back down so that the way the bumper sits there. So it's all been all grafted in so you can't even tell that it didn't come like that.
Wow. Yeah, that looks real nice.
So I made some custom motor mounts for it and had to move the rack and pinion, pocketed all the air suspension on it.
This is also for your personal build?
No, this is a customer's. Actually, I've built him a bagger
Uh-huh.
with audio system, air ride, all that shit, and 26 wheel. And then he's like, "Would you do a car?" I'm like, "Sure." So
Oh, wow.
there's the motor for it. It's got a small block Ford with a throttle body injection on it.
And so how do you being a one person shop, I guess, how do you choose what you're going to work on and when you're going to work on it?
All right. So how I do it is, ooh, shit. So how I do it is at $100 an hour. Most people, if I work 40 hours, that's how much is that? 4,000. Is that
Yeah,
right?
I don't know how to do math, man.
Whatever, whatever. So most people can't afford if they hired me the whole time, they can't
Yep.
afford it. So
Yep.
what I do is I'll start off and I'll like, okay, I'm working on this dude's bike this week. So I log my hours and I work on his bike and then oh shit, something comes up and I need to order parts or my machine breaks and I have to order the part or whatever like that. So I sign out, send him his bill, whatever parts and labor, he gets his bill. Then I jump on the cafe bike. I
Yep.
start working on that one for a week. When I end of the week, if everything goes good, I send him his bill. He may have paid his bill by then, and he may not have. So then I jump on the car and I work on the car for a week. And then if he hasn't paid his bill yet, then I go to the cafe guy. If he hasn't paid his bill yet, then I go to the next one to work on that. So that's how
Gotcha.
so it puts them in rotation. So you get a full 40 hours every month on your bike. If you can afford more, I'll do more. Most people are
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
every other week or every third week, every fourth week is perfect. So I keep them in rotation. And then like the smaller stuff, like that rear fender is kind of like easier
Yeah.
work. So then
Yeah.
that's kind of like slipped in like late at night and this and that. So yeah,
Gotcha.
that's how I do it. So, and then that way the customer, when I'm done, one, I'm not financing and paying interest on credit cards because I ordered all of his parts. So they
Yeah.
pay as they go. So
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the end of
yeah.
the project, it's not like I'm going to get 30 grand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get $1,200 or 3
Yeah.
grand, something like that. But they're not
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Hey, your bike's done. I need $45,000 now." And they're like, "Whoa,"
Right?
And then I'm
Yeah.
stuck with the bike for 60, 80, 90 days until they come up with the money or get a loan or borrow from their tia and whatever,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah.
you know the tias always have the money, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
But
Hell
that's just
yeah.
how I do. I would do it in rotation, and that helps them out because like most people, like if I build out, it's like $8,000 in a month. I don't
Yeah.
know people that make $8,000 a month that want me
No.
to that can still pay their own bills and
Yeah, yeah,
pay me.
yeah. Yeah, right, right, right. Exactly. Exactly. No,
So
it makes sense.
it goes in rotation, and that way, like I said, I'm not stuck out of money. I'm not stuck out of money on parts on my. If anything, at the end of the week, I'm out 40 hours of labor or something, you know, which
Yeah, yeah,
it's manageable to make up. But
yeah.
$6,000 motor plus 30 hours labor for 2 weeks, and then I'm out and I'm sitting on it with on my credit card or whatever, you know. It's just like
Yeah.
I don't you learn your lesson after 25 years in the business.
Right, right, right.
You
Yeah,
learn,
you
yeah.
sound like you've done it once or twice.
Dude, I can't.
I'm sure.
I've seen my dad get jacked on a fucking S&S motor.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
Oh,
sure. It's
it was his buddy and all this stuff, and like my dad's like, all right, here's your bill. The guy's like, oh, dude, you know I'm good for it, blah blah blah. You know, all right. He let him take the bike, and the guy paid him like 2 payments, and then we never saw him again.
yep, yep, that's your buddy. Yep,
Yeah,
they're the
and
worst.
that was one of those special S&S motors that were short. They're shorter motors, so they fit in the shovel head
Uh,
frames. The
yep,
Evo
yep,
motor that
yep,
fits in the shovel head frames. So yeah, so that
yep.
was like $8,000 for that motor back then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, your buddies are the worst. Yeah, I don't ever fucking lend your buddies shit.
No.
All right, Adam. Hey,
Oh,
thank you
so
so
that
much.
guy had a question
Oh,
about the stands. So these stands were
oh,
I worked at American Iron Horse back in like '06 or 0, no, '04. I worked at American Iron Horse in '04. Those are the build stands. So they would set them just like this, and then you would roll it from station to station to station. So once the frame got
oh,
painted, they would strap it on here, and then it would go to the motor department. They'd put the motors in it, and then it'd go to the next department, and then they would put the wheels and the tires and the handlebars on, and it just kept going. And then when they were done, they put a strap on them right here with a hoist and just pick it up and move that out of the way, put it on the ground, and then they'd finish doing the stuff and then put them on the dyno and sit there. And this guy would just sit there all day long just on the dyno, putting 100 miles on him on a dyno, and then
oh,
he'd
no
take it off
shit.
and he'd ride off on it, or if they chipped it, and then it'd get put back on that and go back around to the paint department for them to touch it up. And yeah, so
Oh,
that's
wow.
those stands are really cool. And I think when Iron Horse was having them made, they're like $250 a piece. I think I picked them up for $40 a piece when they went out of business.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow. How
so
many did you end up getting?
I have 4.
Oh, nice, nice.
I have 2. You didn't even see upstairs. So
Oh, wow. There's an upstairs.
yeah, that's the loft upstairs. Like real
All right,
quick,
come on, quick tour, quick tour.
Whoop. So like that's my very first bike I ever started building. I still have it.
Started like you never finished it.
No, it's still
So why is that up there? Not and you're why are you not doing that one?
because it'll never get done. So that's all the car shit over there. More car shit here, and then like all my mock-up motors are under here. This was like a polyaphy type build back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Twin cam chopper. We chopped it up to do a single down tube, and that was the very first tank I ever attempted making. It came out horrible. Hearst trees with the 16 over front end.
Man, I think
Yeah,
you should build that for the FXR tour.
yeah.
What you got there? Oh, look at those crazy fucking bars. Yeah, those are wild.
Everything. I made everything on this bike.
Oh, wow.
The bars, I made the bars. Gas tank. All little details. So I made a sissy bar out of C channel, and then I drilled the holes in it.
Yep, yep, yep.
And then I had extra material. So then I made the controls.
Hell yeah.
Got a Morse mag, kickstart only. Like I even machined this out of some aluminum stuff that I had. A couple of stuff is made by some other guys. Oil tank I made. Like back in the day, there was a show out here called Kickers, Just Kickers.
Uh-huh.
So I was building this bike for that. And then a guy had bought it, and then it's back. So yeah, it's one day.
Yeah.
But it's such a dope bike, and that's gonna stay. Now that there's Cerakote out, I'm gonna Cerakote the whole thing, and it's just gonna look like it doesn't really run.
Hell yeah.
It'll be kind of like a oh, that's a cool little fake motorcycle, and then it starts and it takes off.
Hell yeah.
Well, cool, man.
All right, Adam. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you showing us everything. That's pretty awesome, dude. I'm very excited to see your FXR Tour bike and a couple of those other bikes being finished.
Yeah, me too. The FXR Tour bike, like I said, I just feel like I'm outclassed because these guys have some crazy stuff going on in the group chat of what they're doing and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I'm outgunned, but the details are I just got to come hard with them details.
Yeah. Hey, stick to what you do, man, and I think it's going to come out beautiful.
Cool. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Adam. We'll catch up again soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you, buddy. Take care. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.